Let me make sure my joint recording. You know what I'm saying? Because I know it take a little minute. What is up, guys? It's your boy, Mo. Now, today we're back on another video. This video definitely going to be coming out a day after the other one. Yesterday, it was a YouTube Predators, that was the title, something like that. But this is recorded the same night. But today we're going to be reacting to a video that's probably a little different from everything we reacted to, but the same in a way. And I feel like we all think about this shit at least 100 to uncountable times a day. Every afterlife theory explained in 16 minutes. Now, my thoughts on the afterlife. Now, when I was younger, this shit really used to scare me, like the whole thing with that. And especially knowing that half of us don't know where we came from. We don't know where we're going back to. So, yeah, that whole thought used to really scare the shit out of me as a kid. And I used to think a way to rebuke it, or just I was just so scared of something natural like that so bad that, you know, it just made me become very religious because of the fear of, you know, even going to hell. Because even when I was younger, I knew that was a thing, that people can really go there. You know what I'm saying? If you're a bad person, that's where you're going. And I think that's why I haven't went down the wrong path, you know, which happens to a lot of us. Now, what do I believe happens when we die? Shit. Where do I even start? I'm gonna keep it a beam with you. You know what I think happens? As you guys know, you know, it's not openly on the channel. Like, I don't talk about my personal life, but I'm Muslim, y'all. So basically what we, you know, believe will happen is that when you go back into the grave, you're gonna be judged for everything you did in this life. If you prayed, if you didn't pray, your relationship with God, all that type of stuff. And yeah. And that's basically where the first punishment is really going to be at. You can also get punished in this life too, but that's where your actual like spiritual punishment is going to be at, in the grave. And then whatever comes after that, on the day of judgment or resurrection, whatever you want to call it, you know, that's final. You know what I'm saying? And that would really determine, you know, where you actually finna be going at for the shit that you did. You know what I'm saying? And yeah. Let's not get deep into that. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna get into this part of the video, cause I know the video not gonna be as deep as what the fuck I was just saying. It might be, it might not be. I don't know. But let's get to it. Let's get it, y'all.
Purgatory. Purgatory is basically like a spiritual community service where you get to work off your sins and earn your way up to the big leagues. So you've just left the earthly plains, but instead of heading straight to the pearly gates or the fiery hot pits, you find yourself in a celestial waiting room. The idea of purgatory means that you are not entirely bad, but not entirely good either. So before you can access
this
heaven,
must be the. Oh wait, what the hell?
Maybe you told one too many dad jokes or cut in line at the grocery store one too many times.
Now, y'all, this
on the wrist, you get sent to purgatory.
This is a Christian standpoint right here. Muslims don't really believe in purgatory, but what we do believe in is some called the barzakh, and that's where, like, you know, you go while you in the grave. It's like I'm not gonna say it's a dream world. We really don't know what it is. I mean, most people might know what it is, but me, I'm not too educated on that part. I just know when you go in there, that's where the punishments is gonna be at. That's where your reward is gonna be at as well. And yeah.
Corey, to think about what you've done.
I
It's like
think that's
being put in the
basically.
corner of the universe, but with more existential dread. In purgatory, you are not quite in heaven, but you're not in hell either. It's the great in between, like when you're waiting for your phone.
Yup, that's what it is to us. It's like it's basically a place where the two oceans don't meet. You know, like how you see an ocean that got dirty water, and then you see a one that got clean water. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like a weird way the ocean be to where like one side a different color, one side another color. You know what I'm saying? Like just shit like that.
Not fun, but it's necessary.
That's
And just
basically
like
what's in
those
the place I
updates,
was trying to say.
purgatory is
But
all about getting
from
rid
what I
of
heard,
those bugs, sins in your system. Nothingness. Have you ever tried squeezing one of your eyes shut to know what it'd feel like? Well, you'll notice that after a little time, your brain will just forget that your eye is closed, and the other eye will immediately start to take on both
yeah, the thing I
functions.
heard about this right is y'all need to stop trying to scare yourself at the idea of nothingness, bro. Because if you really think about it, when you go to sleep, you don't even realize how much time has passed. You know what I'm saying? Like when you wake up, you 2 hours pass and it feel like maybe like 3 or 4 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like or probably 1 minute. You just never know. Like you just go into a little time lapse. It's kind of like what that is, bro.
This is because you don't see black when you close one eye, which
You're
is
not
technically
conscious,
what
so you're
you'd
not going to
expect
know.
to see.
Do
That's
not
basically
pay
what
your
he's
next
saying.
car
Like
insurance bill. Repeat, do not pay your bill yet. So
Instead, your vision ceases to exist completely, meaning you see nothing. Everywhere is completely void. There is no darkness, no silence, and no consciousness. It's almost like you're in a deep sleep forever, but without the dreams or the snoring. This means that being nothing after
now,
death
that's
is
scary because the thing is this, right? If I'm gonna experience nothingness, it gotta be some type of consciousness along with it. And I don't mean consciousness as a state of like you not seeing shit, but you there. I mean the type of consciousness to where like your mind can wander somewhere else. Like you can still dream about certain shit. You know what I'm saying?
ultimate
If we can do
version
that, I
of a
probably wouldn't be scared of
404
that.
not found error. Your brain would practically forget that you were even alive in the first place because every single memory, thought, experience, and feeling would be wiped away immediately after your heart stopped beating. Atheists mostly hold this particular theory, and it presents a horrifying or comforting conclusion that's totally dependent on your perspective. Some might find it scary, like being ghosted by the universe. Others might find it comforting, like finally getting that
Bro, niggas that's atheists, I feel like them niggas just need to starve themselves for a long amount of time until they really think about like, yo, a higher power really created all this. Like, it's not even like y'all believe in something. Y'all don't believe in nothing. Like, you see all this that's around here. The desk, the way it's built, the computer, the technology, everything. The water, the plant that made this aloe vera drink, bro. You think nobody, you think nothing created that? Literally? Like, are we even being for real right now? Like, listen, y'all. Look at the shape of everything that's around us. Look at the amazement. You think nobody created this, bro? Any of it? Like, just really, like, think, y'all. Like, this shit just can't be here. It can't just be here without something creating this or somebody creating it. You know what I'm saying? That's my thoughts on
interrupted
that.
nap you've been craving since kindergarten. Cryonics. Think of cryonics as putting your life on ice. Literally. It's like when you freeze your leftovers, hoping they'll be just as tasty when you finally reheat them. Only in this case, you're the leftovers and the microwave is futuristic science. The whole idea behind this theory is that you can quite literally freeze your body after death with the hope that future technology will be able to cure whatever it was that put you on ice in the first place. It's like pressing the ultimate pause button on life. So instead of taking
Bro,
a
isn't
bow,
this the thing that Walt Disney did? They said this nigga did this shit, right? Like, I feel like that probably had to be the dumbest thing he's ever done, bro. Like, this nigga think he really finna come back to life in the future. Like, gang, you sat here and froze your fucking body, my nigga. And you think you about to come back? your blood cells, they all fucked up now. And you gotta realize, bro, the only reason it's not gonna work, cause you gotta think about shit like this, right? In order for you to be living, bro, even people in a coma and shit, like your blood cells every single day, they damn near replace themselves. Dead ones get replaced, all this other type of shit. Blood constantly runs through your body. That's how you have to live. You have to live like that, bro. That's the only way you gonna live is blood constantly running through your body. This nigga think, like, bro, if you really think about it, bro, his spirit is not in his body no more. And he's froze himself to death, bro. And if I'm really keeping it being with you, he'd had a higher chance of being alive today if he was to keep his body regularly and just keep living. But this nigga decided to freeze himself. He's a fucking idiot.
Oh, after the last episode of the grand stage of your life, you are gently lowered into a giant freezer. Apparently, death is not the end, but it's just an extended commercial break, like some kind of sequel where you wake up after the extended nap in a sci-fi future. Only a select few have chosen cryonics so far, so it's like joining an exclusive club whose membership fee includes a very cold welcome. Reincarnation.
Wait, why the fuck
This
you had
is
Hitler in the
basically
freezer, bro? What the fuck? Yo,
cosmic version of
That's
try,
not what
try,
Disney
and
game.
try again, like the universe's ultimate do-over challenge. So let's imagine that life is a giant game of Monopoly, and each time you play, you might be a different token. Sometimes you're the top hat, the race car, or even the little dog. Now, in reincarnation, instead of tokens, you come back as a different person, animal, or even a plant. So if you don't become a big-time multimillionaire this time around, don't worry. According to this theory, you'll definitely get another shot. However, the downside is that you don't get to keep any memories or experiences from your previous life, so sadly, it is not an automatic cheat code for figuring your life out. You might be a rock star in one life, rocking out on stage, traveling from city to city on tours with girls screaming your name at the top of their lungs. In your next life,
they said Walt Disney was never frozen. So I just insulted a dead man for no reason. I just insulted a dead man for no reason. Are we dead ass right now? They said no, Walt Disney was not. I don't even know how to say that. They just said he was not frozen. Who the fuck told us that? Yo. What the hell? Bruh. They said he was so rich that he chose to freeze himself in a weight tech that would cure his disease. Just checked it. It's a false memory. Oh my god. What? This is not a false memory. It is also not true. I'm looking at it on Reddit, bro. Why did I believe that for the longest time? Yo. I'm not the only one, though. Like, everybody believes this shit. Like, everybody could have swore they was told that.
you might come back as a tortoise. So now you're taking it slow, living up to 150 years, and contemplating the meaning of life, one blade of grass at a time. However, a big part of reincarnation is that you'll maintain some similarities with your previous life. So if you were a cat before, living the good life, lounging around and chasing laser pointers, you might come back as a human who loves naps, has an inexplicable fondness for sunbeams, and can't resist pouncing on shiny objects. A win is a win. Heaven and hell. If you grew up in a predominantly Christian family and went to church every Sunday,
Bro, it's not only Christians that believe that. Why y'all keep saying that shit?
Then you would be very familiar with the concept of heaven and hell, which is, without a doubt, the ultimate reward and punishment system according to the Christian faith. According to this theory, Christians who live a very good and spiritual life on earth are believed to ascend
Bro,
to
am I tripping? Or did Christians not believe that there was a purgatory as well? Like, I know I'm not tripping, bro. Is Catholics and Christians damn near the same thing? Like, I heard they like branches of each other, but I'm not. What the fuck? I'm really confused right now, gang. Like,
heaven after dying, which is like the ultimate VIP club. There are no lines, no cover charge, and all the angels know your name. It's the kind of place where every day is a chill Saturday and the Wi-Fi is always strong. You've got endless buffets with all your favorite foods, calorie-free of course, and the cloud seating is more comfortable than your grandma's favorite armchair. Heaven is like winning the cosmic lottery and all your good deeds pay off. However, if you lived a sinful life on earth and did not follow the teachings of God,
let me just record this a little up too loud.
you would be sent to hell after you die, which is the total opposite of what heaven is. Hell is basically like the universe's worst summer camp, which is always too hot. The mosquitoes are the size of pigeons, and the air conditioning is perpetually broken. You'll be constantly tortured by
What the
Lucifer,
hell?
who is not exactly the friendly motivation
Now,
type.
I heard we all believe it's damn near the same thing. It's just like growing up and stuff. I've seen like the little movies and shit. Like Christians believe like hell is basically like is demons that's in charge of that shit. It's not. Nah. It's angels in charge of like both places. You know what I'm saying?
Or like the world's worst boss, always finding new ways to make you regret stealing that cookie in 3rd grade. Simulation theory. Simulation theory suggests that everything we experience, the good, the bad, the weird, is all part of a super advanced computer simulation. So if you've ever felt like your life is a sitcom with someone else controlling the remote, you might just be right. This theory believes that somewhere out there, super advanced beings are sitting at their hyper advanced computers controlling everything. Think of them as cosmic gamers, sipping energy drinks and tweaking the code of our lives. People who believe in this are convinced that every action and thing is already programmed into the simulation and is controlled. If they experience deja vu, that's probably just a glitch in the simulation. You know, like when your character in a video game walks into a wall repeatedly, or when NPCs start acting weird. Or those times when you can't find your keys and then they magically appear where you already looked 5 times. That's just the simulation lagging a bit. The programmers also put random things in place for us to find and keep the game interesting. And these events are what we call luck. It's like that time you saw a random $20 bill in an old coat pocket after you've been crying from hunger the whole day. We all start at level 1, aka birth, in this cosmic game, and as we go through life, we gain experience points, XP, by learning, growing, and overcoming challenges. Pay your bills on time, plus 10 experience points. Learn a new skill, plus 50 experience points. Not spilled your coffee on your white shirt for an entire day, plus 100 experience points. And when you die, it's not game over. It's more like hitting the reset button and starting a new game with a different character. Transcendence. This is the ultimate cosmic promotion, and it's all about rising above the ordinary.
They gonna say we gonna turn to stars, bro. Know what y'all saying?
Leveling up from the mundane and merging with something greater. Transcendence is like upgrading from standard definition to ultra high definition, where you become part of a higher reality or consciousness. It's like leaving behind your day job and becoming a rock star, but on a spiritual level. For instance, let's say you're a drop of water in the ocean. Now, before transcendence, you're just chilling, minding your own business. But after you die and transcend, you merge with the entire ocean. You become one with the waves, the tides, and even those weird deep-sea fish with glowing antennas. When you transcend, you're not just you anymore. You're connected to everything and everyone. It's like joining the ultimate group chat where everyone's on the same wavelength and there's no spam. You're basically in the VIP section of the universe's biggest social network. Parallel universes. Have you ever met someone and felt an instant connection? Maybe you guys were best friends or lovers in another universe. Imagine you just finished your work in this universe, but instead of heading to heaven, hell, or purgatory, you get a cosmic reassignment to a brand new universe. It's like switching TV channels, but you get an entirely new show each time instead of reruns. Parallel universes mean there are infinite versions of you out there. One where you're a rock star, another where you're an astronaut, and maybe even one where you're a cat, because who wouldn't want 9 lives? It's the ultimate multiverse of madness, where every possible outcome of your life is happening somewhere. Every decision you've ever made is a sliding door to each version of its reality. In one universe, you took a job in New York. In another, you stayed in your hometown. Each choice creates a new path. So every what if you've ever had, there's a universe for that. After listening to all of these after-death experiences, it would be unfair if we didn't give you a theory that is bound to guarantee excitement and happiness while living, and that is to very simply join our Discord server. Nirvana.
People come to us and their teeth
You go
are
ahead.
so bad that they all need to be.
I got
extracted.
perfect
They all
teeth,
need
bro.
to be
Chill
taken
out.
Anna. Nirvana, in many Eastern philosophies, is the ultimate goal. It's the release from the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth, and achieving a state of perfect peace and happiness. Think of it as the ultimate cosmic vacation where you can finally put your feet up. In Nirvana, you've made all the right stops and reached the ultimate destination on the Enlightenment Express. Achieving Nirvana is like finishing a never-ending marathon where you've been running through countless lives, accumulating good karma, and now you can finally relax. With this theory, you are basking in eternal peace and happiness, where there are no more worries, no more stress, just pure, unadulterated peace. There's no reincarnation with Nirvana, so there's no coming back as a cockroach or a squirrel. You've graduated from the school of life with top honors. Ghosts and spirits. Everybody
This is my
knows
favorite
about
one right
haunted
here.
houses,
Favorite
possessed
theory.
people, the lights in the bathroom blinking off and on when you're sure that
Look, I don't think y'all realize how fun that would be, though, to deadass be a ghost or a spirit just roaming around. Y'all don't think y'all realize how fun that would be. You know what I'm saying? Like, just think about that, bro. Like y'all know how much crazy shit you could probably do. Like, I used to really think about this shit, bro. I used to be like, man, you probably can do whatever the fuck you want, and then nobody can catch you. You can't get in trouble for it. It's just like, it's basically like, I don't even know how to explain it to you, gang. It's just like, it's a whole lot of shit you can get away with just because you're invisible. That's so crazy to me.
there's nobody in there, most likely a ghost. If somebody fills the grave bully's locker with wet tissues, most likely a ghost. In other words, ghosts are like guests who stick around after the lights are turned off and the music stops. They're the ones who just can't let go of the party and want to keep hanging out even if no one else is around. Ghosts are thought to be the spirits of people who have passed away but have unfinished business or strong emotional ties to the world. Maybe they still need to return a library book, or they're still trying to find their car keys. They might haunt a particular place, like an old house. Or
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. That damn near do feel like basically like the worst thing ever, though. Like, just think, bro, y'all know the feeling of knowing you got unfinished business? Like, damn. Like, imagine, like, dying before you get to do a certain thing. That's so crazy. And then you just still here and nobody knows. And then you not knowing, like, you just still searching for that one thing. That's so crazy to me.
Castle, appearing as shadowy figures, strange lights, or
Like, damn,
just
they
the
gotta
sound
be-
of footsteps when no one is there.
That gotta be the worst feeling
Dream
ever,
theory.
man.
When you're asleep, you get to explore the world of your subconscious, which might sound fancy, but it's just you dreaming. So, if you believe this theory of death, that means
Nah,
you
people
can...
don't realize, gang, bro. I feel like in the dream world, bro, you can never get bored. Like, I don't know what we got up here that really controls our shit, bro. But I'm trying to tell you, this is on a whole nother level. Like, you can never get bored of dreams, bro. Like, just imagine this, bro. It's somebody that's lived for 100 years and they never got bored of dream, like, ever. Like, they went to sleep every night and had a different dream every single time. and they was alive for 100 something years, bro. That's so crazy. And they never complained not one time.
Passage to your eternity in dreamland. You've already experienced dreaming, so your death would simply be you never being able to wake up and just being stuck in the world of your subconscious. Death isn't a physical
That don't
end
seem like
to
a
those
bad
who believe,
thing though.
so there's
Like,
no-
look, yo, you probably can really like lucid dream so crazy. I'm not even gonna lie. Or somebody control your
It's just a
dreams,
passage
but
to a different dimension. Just like how falling asleep and then dreaming while you're asleep would feel like. According to the people who believe this theory, you wouldn't even know you're dead when you
bro,
die.
you know what's crazy, bro? Like, dreaming is basically going to another world. I'm trying to tell you. So it's not just in here. It's probably out there, my nigga. Like everything that's above this game, like it definitely that's where it is.
So you wouldn't miss being alive because you just.
And then look, that also explains my theory, right? Because they said the universe is literally unlimited. Unlimited. Do y'all know how many universes like was created, bro? Countless, gang. Like, bruh.
Tune with the familiar reality of your dreams. To them, life is a dream.
It gotta be
and
one of
death
them.
is the true state of existence. And honestly, if you think about it long enough, it might actually begin to make a bit of sense to you. But you probably shouldn't. Replay. You've probably heard the saying that nothing is new under the sun. Well, according to some cultures, this saying is the absolute truth and even applies to every single death. They believe that everything that happens in the universe is in one infinite loop where all the events are destined to repeat itself in a never-ending cycle called the replay hypothesis or the eternal recurrence. It's like watching your favorite movie over and over again till you memorize what the character is going to say next and what they're going to do. They believe that there is nothing like free will, and we are all just repeating our lives over and over again. So when you die, you just come back in another body and repeat the same exact life experiences.
That's basically reincarnation part 2, bro. What the fuck?
And of course, nobody alive can truly know the answer to these questions. Journey to the underworld. So, after years of living a fulfilling, happy life, you've finally kicked the bucket. Well, according to ancient mythology, the next course of action is the underworld, which is the realm ruled by the gods and goddesses of death. Think of it as the ultimate adventure.
I'm gonna keep it a being. They dumb as hell for believing that shit. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, gang. Like, some of y'all death theories be like so fucking stupid. Like, why the fuck would you go to hell if you didn't even really do nothing? Y'all ain't think about that? Now, it will make sense you was the worst person in the world. But, nigga, people just randomly go to heaven. I mean, randomly go to hell knowing they ain't do shit. Like,
your vacation.
Bro, imagine being the best person in the world. You think you gonna go there. They got you thinking you gonna fucking go there, bro.
Vacation includes navigating rivers of the dead and avoiding eternally tormenting spirits. The first stop in the underworld is the River Styx, which is basically like the Uber pool of the afterlife. You'll be taken across by a grumpy old ferryman, Charon, who only accepts coins, no Venmo. Once you've successfully crossed the river, you meet the three-headed dog.
Wait a minute. So this might be... Yo, so y'all remember watching Hercules growing up, and you got that one devil bull? I think that's what they talk about.
Cerberus, whose guide it is to guide you to the judgment room. And it is in this room that you'll be measured and weighed.
And y'all, he was really sitting here flowing in a river of souls, gang. That's probably really what that was.
Deeds on earth. If you're found worthy, you'll be sent to the Elysian Fields, the 5-star resort of the underworld. All-inclusive with eternal sunshine and unlimited ambrosia cocktails. But if you've been a bit naughty, it's off to Tartarus. Think of it as the underworld's version of a never-ending torture chamber that's hot and filled with anguish and screaming. Ancestral Spirit World. In African, Asian, Indigenous Australian, and Native American cultures, it is believed that there is a world where your
I thought about this before.
reside and can relate with the world of the living after they have died. It's called the Ancestral Spirit World.
Bro, I just remember seeing this part like a movie or something like that, or somebody mentioned it, but I didn't know what it meant I'm saying?
Basically a
I just wanna know
realm
what
where
they
you
believe.
transition to after death. Once you're there, you become an ancestor, but you're not completely cut off from the land of the living. So, just like in Lion King, where Simba tries to get advice from Mufasa, or when Shuri thought she would see T'Challa for some tips on how to run Wakanda, your descendants who are still alive can try to
That's
contact
exactly
you
what I
through
saw today.
rituals, offerings, and ceremonies. And because this is a realm of wisdom, guidance, and protection, you can actually provide the solution to why your descendants would need you in the first place. It's comforting to think that death isn't just an abrupt end then, but a transformation to a realm where your spirit can continue to boss your younger siblings or kids around. Moksha. Imagine you've been playing the same video game level for ages, and finally you unlock the ultimate cheat code. That cheat code? It's called Moksha. Instead of just leveling up, you're exiting the game entirely, breaking free from the endless cycle of birth, death, and rebirth, samsara. It's like winning the cosmic lottery. To achieve moksha simply means that you've realized your true
Think my
self
dad's
and
broke,
your
bruh.
personal oneness with the cosmos. You're finally free from all the worldly attachments and desires with no more responsibilities, expectations, taxes, or deadlines. In the ultimate spiritual liberation, you'd also get to hang out with all the spiritual heavyweights like Buddha and Krishna.
Oh, that's the end of the video. Damn. Oh, that's crazy. Alright, y'all. That's the end of the video. I hope y'all enjoy. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what type of other theories y'all had in the comments, cause I think it's way more than this. I think people believe way more other shit, cause I know in Egyptian tradition as well, they believe certain stuff, but I don't know what they believe. I'm gonna be real with you. So I know it's probably way more religions out there that believe different shit. So yeah, you gotta think, what would religion be if you didn't believe what would happen when you die? But that's why I want to hear in the comments. If y'all got any other theories, let me know. I'm probably not going to believe it. Most likely, I'm not going to believe it. But I just want to hear it for entertainment. But yeah, we out. We dipping. Y'all stay safe out there. Stop doing that dirt.